I'm waist-deep in a crystal blue pool on a 98-degree Tuesday in Georgia, just minding my own business. My playlist's bumping, I've got a cold drink on the ledge, and for once, my phone's not buzzing with business calls. I earned this day. Then bam cue the sirens, the slamming gate, and that one unmistakable screech. He doesn't belong here. That's how I met Karen. And trust me, she picked the wrong day, the wrong dude, and the wrong damn pool. Let me rewind a little so this makes more sense. I'm Marcus Ford, 38, real estate attorney turned developer. And yeah, I'm black. Grew up in Atlanta, busted my ass through law school, then flipped a few homes until I hit gold. 3 years ago, I closed a deal on a dilapidated apartment complex in Smyrna. Cleaned it up, added security, landscaped it, made it beautiful. Kept rent reasonable. Even added a communal pool for families and tenants. It wasn't just an investment. It was legacy. And here's the kicker. I live there. Top floor corner unit. Not because I have toe, but because I want to stay connected to the people and place I built. Now, back to the pool. That day, I took the afternoon off. No meetings. Just me, my trunks, and a Bluetooth speaker. I was there maybe 15 minutes before I noticed her. Sunglasses like she's in the witness protection program, straw hat, and a clipboard because of course she had a clipboard. She kept circling the pool like she was inspecting a crime scene. I saw her jotting something down after she looked at me. Next thing I know, she's whispering on her phone, turning her back like that somehow makes her invisible. Then came the words that still make my blood boil. This guy just jumped the fence. He doesn't look like he lives here. Lady, I designed the damn fence. 2 cop cars pulled in faster than you'd believe. Lights, sirens, the whole show of force thing. I didn't move. I just sat there, hands up, trying not to let the anger flood out of me. The first officer approached. Sir, can we speak with you? Sure. But let me just say something up front. I live here. And I'm also the owner. Karen, now standing behind the cop with this smug look, piped up like I wasn't even there. No, he doesn't. I know everyone in this building. He's not on any lease. I wiped water from my face, climbed out slowly, and asked one of the officers, you mind if I grab my phone from the lounge chair? They nodded. I pulled up my email, opened the latest HOA meeting minutes with my name at the top as chair and handed the phone over. Marcus Ford. Owner. Check the county records if you want. I'll wait. Karen's face? Priceless. But she didn't back down. Well, I've never seen you before. And I'm on the HOA board. No, ma'am, I said. You were on the board. You were voted out last month. Missed the meeting, remember? And that was just the beginning. See, Karen wasn't just a nosy neighbor. She was the former HOA vice president who had fought tooth and nail to keep the complex a certain way. The kind of woman who asked if we could add a guest screening protocol. When we installed the pool, she tried to propose a rule about background checks for all pool users, which I shut down in a heartbeat. Ever since she got booted from the board, she'd been harassing tenants, especially ones who didn't look like her. This wasn't her first 911 stunt either. She'd called once when a Latino dad was fixing his car in the parking lot. Another time when 2 teens were playing basketball late. She had a pattern. I just didn't expect to be on her bingo card. Now, here's where things turn from frustrating to full-on ridiculous. The officers, to their credit, stayed professional. One of them even apologized once he verified my ID and property ownership. Karen, on the other hand, wouldn't let it go. This is still suspicious. How do we know he's not lying? He could be using someone else's account. Lady, what account? After the cops left, she started pacing the pool area, calling someone probably her Facebook group of neighborhood watch wannabes, and that's when I decided I'd had enough. I went upstairs, pulled the footage from the security cameras. Yes, I had them installed after her last HOA stunt, saved the clips of her trespassing into the private owner section, and dialed my lawyer. But not for what you think. Instead of suing her for defamation or harassment, which I could have done, I filed a restraining order banning her from the shared amenities, pending a safety review. But more importantly, I brought it back to the HOA. We had the bylaws. We had the conduct policies. And Karen had just violated all of them again. The board reconvened. Every tenant affected by her past antics got a voice. And let me tell you, turns out Karen had been doing a lot more than anyone realized. Entering people's patios to check for unauthorized grills. Filming kids without permission. Slipping anonymous notes under doors about cultural noise from weekend cookouts. She was a one-woman neighborhood menace, with a clipboard. By the end of that meeting, it was unanimous. Karen was banned from all communal areas for 12 months and fined $3,500 for misusing HOA resources, and she'd been reporting things using an old internal login, which she wasn't authorized to use anymore. But wait, it gets better. 3 days later, I get a call from a woman named Shonda. She introduces herself as Karen's landlord. Turns out Karen didn't even own her unit. She was renting from a friend. And her lease? Month to month. Shonda had seen the news coverage after a neighbor's TikTok of the pool incident went viral. She didn't like what she saw. "This is not the kind of person I want representing my property," she said. Consider her notice given. So just like that, Karen was out. I didn't lift a finger to evict her. Her own behavior did the work. A week later, I walked down to the pool again. Families were swimming. Kids were laughing. No clipboard in sight. And I thought about how often people like Karen act like they're guarding some sacred gate when, in reality, they don't even have keys to the place. The real kicker? As she was loading the last box into her beige sedan, Karen looked over and shouted, "You're ruining this neighborhood." I just smiled and said, "No, ma'am. I built this neighborhood." Funny how people only see what they want to see. To her, I was just another black man, out of place. Never mind the fact that I owned the very ground she stood on. Never mind the legal documents. The HOA meetings. The city permits with my signature. She saw what she wanted to see and paid the price for it. You can call it karma, justice, whatever. I just call it Tuesday. And if there's one lesson here, it's this. Never judge who belongs somewhere based on your own limited view of the world. You might just end up trespassing on someone else's property both literally and morally. What do you think? Was Karen just misinformed, or was it something deeper? Should more HOAs crack down on behavior like hers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for listening. And if you like stories like this, real talk, real drama, real justice, hit that subscribe button. We've got more wild true life tales coming your way.